Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous coming to you with some Platinum League Pandemonium out of the map Antigua Shipyard. Spawning down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Patient as the red Protoss, and over here in the in the bottom-ish right-hand corner, we have MarkRocksRH as the blue Protoss. So we are going to have a PvP here on Antigua Shipyard, and pretty solid. It's a very good matchup, especially on a map like this. We see both players dropping their good luck have bacons and such, because of course bacon is absolutely delicious and quite fantastic, to be quite perfectly honest. It's one of the most delicious meals of the day. And I might have completely gotten the league wrong, but I don't have a lot of time to produce this video today, so I'm just gonna go with it. If it's wrong, they'll be in the description in all caps, and I will try to apologize profusely in the description, but I think I'm right. So we do have the probes getting warped in with that chrono boost. Plenty of probes for MarkRocks, actually plenty of probes for both players. Both players going for basically the exact same thing. Neither of them really wants to go for any sort of crazy, cheesy, I don't know, cannon rush. They don't want to go for the eco cheese, which is of course the Forge Fast expands. And actually, Patient's kind of going for the eco cheese. He's mining off of MarkRock's minerals, which is honestly quite annoying. I'm surprised he didn't go for gas steal, because that's really the only thing more annoying than just stealing your minerals. Especially if the probe isn't even really stealing them, he's just making other probes be slower. This is the level of micro that Huck usually exhibits. Now, of course, Patient is good enough at it where, he's not slowing down on his workers, he's not really screwing up anything else, he's just doing it as kind of this cool little bonusy thing, which is something that I definitely support. It looks like we have the second pylon going down, getting that redundancy up for the gateway, because of course you need 2 gateways per pylon. It's a requirement. You never want to spread your power out. It would appear that the Cybernetics core is going down approximately right next to the gateway for MarkRocks, and it's on the other side of the gateway for Patient. So his opponent will of course need to pick which one to go for. It's not really that important of a deal. This game is just exceedingly standard, and there is finally the gas steal, being extremely annoying. MarkRocks wants his 5 minerals back, because of course this probe did manage to steal 5 minerals off the line, and now he's stealing just time and time from this assimilator, and it's quite annoying. He is getting up a second assimilator of his own at this point, which is of course a very standard thing to do in a PvP. It would appear that this Zealot is going on a mineral reclamation mission. Now, of course, what he doesn't know is the fact that as a Zealot, he cannot actually pick up minerals. Those Cyblades do not yet have that technology, really. It's actually quite annoying. I mean, they fumble it and they throw it up in the air, and eventually they just slice the minerals to pieces, because they're not really good jugglers either. It's very annoying. Now, of course, the Stalker doesn't have any arms at all, so he... Oh, God, Ninja Probe. Dropping the Ninja Pylon, which isn't... Alright, maybe it's pretty sneaky. His Stalker was completely convinced. He's like, that Pylon seems legit. Now, of course, we have Patient not really going for any sort of decisive tech choice. MarkRocks is expanding with a Nexus. He's dropping that Pylon down on the low ground. And Robo Facility for Patient. So he might be going for a very strong timing attack where he gets that Immortal out, and then he just tries to crush through any amount of Stalkers that MarkRocksRH has come up with, because of course that's actually a really good plan. It works quite well in almost every situation. This Warp Gate is going to be chrono boosted for the last time, and it'll probably finally finish up after that. The second gateway is coming up for Patient. It's going to be much later than MarkRocks. However, that makes perfect sense. The robotics facility is coming down for MarkRocks. Finally, the third gateway for Patient. I would expect to see him expand anytime soon, because honestly, that's what you do in a PvP. We have the Forge coming down from MarkRocks. Both players are really just making their own tech choices, getting ready for the late game at this point of the game. The Stalker is going to run away and be quite effective at that strategy. And Patient, ooh, Warp Prism. Are we going to see a Sentry drop? Oh, Sentry drops are awesome. Not sure if you guys have ever really seen a super effective sentry drop. I think White Rod does a lot of it. Actually, a lot of pro Protosses are starting to do a lot of it. And it looks like it might be a sentry drop into a 4-gate. And honestly, against somebody that's positioned like this can be extremely dangerous. Because if you drop the sentries up here and you warp in one more sentry, you can force field that ramp, and then the ramp is force fielded. I'm kind of surprised he didn't wait for an Immortal or something to come out, because then like that Immortal can really back it up. However, honestly, if he manages to land here before MarkRocks can get like 2 more gateways up, he's going to have just such an advantage in production. And here comes the units. Oh, he's going to go. MarkRocks. The force field. Alright, he force fielded off the, at the very least, he force fielded off. He's making some interesting force field choices. Oh, MarkRocks does manage to snipe off the Warp Prism, and that actually completely destroyed that strategy. Oh, that was kind of awesomely ridiculous. Oh my god. So now Patient is exceedingly far behind. He's dropping his Twilight Council. I'm guessing that, you know, he's doing the win behind Dark Shrine kind of strategy. That's really the only reason I can think of him going for a Twilight Council without an expansion, because honestly, you're not going to go one lace Blink Stalkers. You would not get nearly enough Blink Stalkers to actually pull that off in such a number that you could defeat an opponent's immortal forces. And it would appear that MarkRocks is sizing up. He's getting ready to move out, and this move out is actually going to be extremely dangerous. I'm not sure. Patient is kind of, he's backing off. He's being a bit patient. And he actually is going for Blink Stalkers. What? Is he just gonna, like, believe in the power of Micro at this point? Because that is rarely the correct idea, especially in Platinum League. I mean, I guess some pros might be able to believe in the power of Micro, but usually if you're up against an opponent, they have the same Micro capabilities as you. I mean, in the League situation, usually you're sent up and down in leagues based on macro until like Diamond League. However, on average, you play against people with around the same level of micro, because there's not a lot of low league people that are really good at micro, because honestly, if you're good at micro, you should be good at macro. They're not exceedingly different. Micro is just more moves in a section of time. It would appear that MarkRocks is getting ready for this fight. Now, of course, he does have the Immortal advantage, and that Immortal advantage is quite huge, because as you can see, it allows him to absolutely decimate his opponent's Stalkers. This Immortal, I don't know, he somehow managed to live, and that was honestly quite phantasmic. I'm not sure how he managed that, but I am amazingly impressed. The Immortal does go down, and Patient GG's. So, I would like to thank you all for watching this Boisterous game. You can head on over to youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2 to watch any of the other replays I have done. Also, if you want your games commentated, send them on in to boisteroussc2@gmail.com. You guys should also check out the sc2clans.org website. Sign up there, you know, look for a clan there. It's a very nice website. It's very well designed. You can also follow the SCL on there, or really over at my Twitch TV station, which is twitch.tv/boisteroussc2. Me and Kedoink will be going live with another match from the SCL, hopefully tomorrow, unless of course they pull what LXG pulled on us yesterday, where they're like, oh, we can't play, so we're not actually going to do match. So you and Kedoink kind of sat there awkwardly for 15 minutes. And that's all I have to rant on today. So this is Boisterous, signing out.